especially now with NRG looking significantly improved here in the Fall Cup. We'll see if Garrett G can keep that mojo going here for the former general.
Yeah, the big question is going to be, you know, obviously NRG had a pretty good day yesterday, and people will talk about just the strength of schedule in those particular matchups, especially for both teams. But I do think it does come down to how you show up on game day here, as we can see a completely different result. The desk is split, and I'm sure a lot of fans are as well. But this game has already started off in favor of NRG, about 3 shots in the first minute.
Garrett G taken out from behind by AJ, so Reynolds will try and dish that off to him. There's going to be no time for any kind of reprieve for either side here. Magic Bear trying to chase down Justin. Justin avoided him, got a shot away just a little bit wide, and Magic Bear runs into Squishy on his way towards midfield. Going to be very physical. It's going to be fast-paced. Exactly what we expect from two teams full of established veterans. Garrett G from the ceiling, and AJ right there as he brought it to ground. You know, the NRG squad, all eyes on them, of course, after replacing their coach Stiz with Epic Johnny, and a lot of question marks there, but it did seem like it was a much different style of play for NRG, and the passing seemed a lot more on point, whereas before everything looked a little more disjointed, and they didn't really seem to have a lot of purpose behind a lot of their plays.
Yeah, it does seem like the NRG play style is definitely cleaned up. The way they've been able to approach the game has been much more cleaner. They haven't necessarily stuck to one style. It feels like they've become much more adaptable to their competition. But don't count out this Optic squad yet, as Reynolds puts the shot on. They're also looking to prove themselves as a roster as well. Again, a top 4 finish would be great for them here.
Now all these teams right in the mix, trying to get into that top 5, and as mentioned on the desk, they all have the benefit of G2 being idle, as Magic Bear does it himself with the way cleared in front.
Yeah, you said it, the way cleared in front. Magic Bear has this lined up, only has to get past one defender so quick to the ball, and Optic strike first.
Magic Bear is the guy that people have been kind of waiting for on this Optic squad. Can he get going? He's the guy that Reynolds and AJ said, no, he's the truth. He's the guy we're going to bring in and elevate us. And boy, has he been now. Reynolds will add a second one here, and Optic has all the momentum in game 1.
Yeah, you see Justin going up for 50 here. AJ plays it perfectly. It goes straight down to Reynolds in perfect positioning, top right slot. As Optic now 2-goal lead as we reach the halfway point. Back-to-back strikes.
And another one headed netward, but Garrett G quickly recovers. That'll make Johnny Boy happy that they didn't give up a kickoff goal. And as AJ goes all the way across, and Squishy will track this. And just ahead of Magic Bear, he couldn't get the touch he wanted. Justin with Garrett G in front. Gonna call his own number, and AJ swats that away, forcing Garrett into action beyond midfield.
Already Optic, you can tell they definitely have their game plan, and they're sticking to it. They've been able to move the ball around really well, looking for each other in space, but also playing that demo game out. A lot of faith in the team on the offensive press, and it's been very successful. NRG seems to be a little stuck into their own half, and when they are back, that Optic pressure has broken down the defense. They've got less than 2 minutes if they want to get back into this game.
Saw NRG finish a few games yesterday with a flourish on their way into this top 8. Squishy looking for Justin, but instead finding AJ. Garrett G coming up to join the play. 4 cars all jammed up in the corner. And Squishy's coming to get him some as well, but Magic Bear holds the line. And AJ knocks Squishy out of the play, so Reynolds can play that off. We'll see who jumps in now for NRG. Garrett's kind of circling around at midfield. He'll jump in now with Squishy waiting for the pass. Comes hard off the back wall. Squishy, one more touch needed to center, and Reynolds makes sure it doesn't get there.
Justin still keeping this ball in play. Reynolds in a tough spot. Garrett lining up the double. Will he be able to find it? Garrett gets the defense out, and Justin will clearing it up. NRG brings this game within 1.
With just over a minute to go. Triple from Garrett G. Justin there to finish the job. You can play above the backboard or above the crossbar so effectively like that. You'll freeze a lot of teams. NRG right back in it. Squishy with Garrett falling in behind him. Justin waiting to see what AJ does. Justin can stay with this. This could be dangerous. And Magic Bear there for the save, his 3rd, with 45 seconds remaining in the opener.
Optic definitely tightening down on the defensive end. Check the shots, and oh my goodness, they have 10. NRG has definitely turned up the heat late here in this game. Final 30 seconds, they're looking for a way in. They've got the possession here, Stacks. They just need one drive to work out for them.
Garrett and AJ nearly got tangled up on the backboard. It's going to be Reynolds that takes charge. AJ had the boost spawning behind him, so Justin can steal it, but he's going to have to use a lot of it to get back in a hurry as Garrett G stops Reynolds. AJ trying to kill more time. They'd love to add one more just to put this game out of reach. Reynolds and Magic Bear kind of crisscross. That's not good for Optic. Down to 5 seconds. Windows open now for NRG. Squishy there after the pass from Garrett, but not on target. And now NRG's got to scramble to keep this in the air, and Magic Bear just bring it to ground. All business as Optic hang on for game one.
Hang on is the right word in there to describe that, because Optic, I mean, such a great start from them, but you can even look at the numbers here. The shots, especially shots and saves, really positioning in the favor of NRG. Again, talking about just how, you know, they were always being able to get on that offensive front, and does kind of go to show again how they've been kind of changing up their type of flow in their play style. But I mean, you got goals like that from Magic Bear. You have that Optic surge that comes out, and you know, when they have to play defense, of course the green wall is going to stand tall.
So Optic gets the early momentum here. Those 2 quick goals that they scored right around the middle of game one, they hold up. And NRG starts off 0-1 here in the top 8. NRG trailing behind just a little bit behind Optic in the standings. But when you look at these two teams, Daz, again, it didn't look like there was a whole lot separating them. I think it really just came down to just kind of a breakdown in that 30 to 45 second span where Optic got their 2 goals.
Yeah, I would say like that's the real big part here. I mean, you talk about just Optic gaming, so much mechanical prowess that's get put on this team. Everybody with great knowledge and game sense. And even if they get those solo play opportunities, they're also looking for any chance to just disrupt NRG in order to get them the best scoring opportunity possible. And of course, on that defensive end, they held up. So the question is now on NRG as we load up Aquadome. Are they able to make some adaptations to get back into this series? It's been a close game one. Let's see how game 2 starts off.
Couple neutral challenges on the opening kickoff here on Aquadome. It does end up with Optic. Reynolds against Garrett G. That goes right to Justin. Garrett downfield. Not gonna try to do too much here. Just steal some boost and back out as AJ makes the save right around his crossbar. And Justin couldn't corral this ball. Reynolds is way downfield. And this is something that has kind of been a theme as well for Optic. Reynolds way ahead of the play. Garrett has been as well so far in this series as Justin gonna try and pirouette through the air, and that's right there for Magic Bear to challenge. You wonder if the positioning changes at all, especially for Optic with Magic Bear getting more involved in the play. Reynolds again, first man forward again. And this time Magic Bear denied by Garrett.
So far, Optic not really, they're trying to match that pace that comes out from NRG here. And the opener is that shot off the bar. Justin follow up and it's in. And NRG will able to get one off a quick attack play.
It's Justin cleaning up Garrett's rebound again. This one off the crossbar. Justin perfectly slots around Reynolds and Magic Bear, and NRG has its first lead here in the top 8. Just over a minute gone by. And Reynolds given all day to play this one from the kickoff, but Garrett G quickly on him. Out of the corner, it's Magic Bear.
Whoa.
Knocked away by Garrett G, so AJ and Reynolds have to scramble. They can get on the same page with Reynolds. Just getting that back to AJ, but that could be kind of a red flag, I think, for Optic. We've seen a couple double commits in the first game and a half of this series, Daz. And if that continues, NRG, the way they're playing now, could be liable to pick them apart.
You know, you saw that last play from Optic. Again, it's like a more of an all-in play. If Magic Bear's bumped and there's no demo on that back line, I mean, it's open the other way. And for Optic, again, the high-risk plays, especially when you have like 3 minutes left on the clock, you do start to get a little bit worried about that. They were successful, though, in game 1, so they're trying to replicate that same success. But you can tell things have kind of shifted in the way NRG have been moving around on the ball. They've been playing a lot safer, but they've also been looking out for each other.
Squishy trying to drop one down to Garrett G. Again, the passing on point much more frequently from NRG. Squishy now with Garrett circling around in the back. Justin hard off the corner. It's Squishy again, met by Magic Bear. No rebound this time as Reynolds will pop it away, but not really towards a teammate, not really to space either. Just kind of gave that ball right back. Couldn't keep possession, and Justin got around one, but Reynolds right there with his teammates way back.
Ooh, the Squishy with that high ball. Magic Bear, complete whiff on that play. Didn't have a read at all. Squishy will get another 50 out, and Optic will just try to recover here. AJ clears it out in midfield for some space there in the meantime, but looking a little shaky on that defensive end there for Optic. Reynolds able to get that demo on the back end, but Garrett G is still there to make a play on the ball. And NRG maintain the lead when we have 2 minutes left in regulation.
Magic Bear had a look, but it's Reynolds up to the backboard. Fending off Justin. Squishy and Garrett both back. It's Squishy, the initial challenge that comes through for NRG. Justin's shot had to be dealt with by AJ. Harmlessly out to the corner, but still the 1-0 lead for NRG after they've put up 6 shots to only 1 out of Optic. Here's Garrett looking for a 7th, but this time Reynolds doesn't let that even become a shot. Justin and Squishy both up. It's Justin who takes over, looking for another, but this one just off the mark.
Justin getting those flip resets in. Justin yesterday had a very slow start, but a surge towards the end of the Swiss stage. But now you can see that he's definitely trying to get back into that offensive end. And he's making it look very shaky on the Optic side as well. Just being able to get in front, causing havoc. He's looking for a bump on AJ, does get the bump there. Chance here, Squishy plays the ball high. Magic Bear, though, has a good read. But Optic feel trapped in their own box stacks. It feels like they can't break out.
That possession feels like it's at easily 80-20 in favor of NRG. Surprising that it's still only a 1-0 scoreline. AJ trying to take this out of the corner. Garrett got the demo on Magic Bear, but that stopped his momentum, and that kind of gave Optic a window to escape the zone. Magic Bear back in the play. His flick is well high. Squishy leaves that for Garrett. Looked a little more dangerous than it was in reality, and AJ nowhere near the mark as that one's high, but the demolition coming through on Justin, and finally Garrett can bomb this away and force Magic Bear to make a save. 10 seconds remain now as NRG nurses a 1-goal lead. A 1-goal victory for Optic in the opener. Can NRG tie this series, or does Optic have some last-second heroics? Reynolds pop it up, Justin's there. They're at his mercy, and Magic Bear couldn't keep it in the air. NRG ties the series.
2 1-goal games so far in the series. This one, though, only a single goal scored out of the 7 shots NRG took. But the big point here is Optic Gaming only getting a single shot out. Of course, everyone's going to take a big look at Magic Bear's points as well, because, again, it just felt like, again, that midfield and defense was primarily the gameplay Optic was playing. It just felt like NRG had set the tone early, and Optic was just trying to match that and look for opportunities around it, but the opportunities just weren't coming. NRG was quick to get onto the ball and deny them before they became too dangerous.
Yeah, everybody can look at Magic Bear, and then they also see Squishy out there also with a pack of donuts there, only 96 game score as well. Look, there just wasn't much to be done with how Justin was everywhere for NRG. That game, I think you kind of chalk it up to a bit of an outlier. Let's put it that way. As we get ready for Game 3 on DFH Stadium, both teams tied at a game apiece. Exactly what we expected kind of going into this series with Optic and NRG. All the history between all of these players. They've seen each other time and time and time again. But I think the magnifying glass does kind of shine down on Magic Bear, because that's the guy everybody's going to be looking at. They're still going to be looking at him all throughout this fall split. Is he the right guy? Was he the right choice for Optic? Big game here would certainly appease the masses of the green wall, and he's taking over here on the kickoff right at Garrett G. Reynolds up to meet Justin, and Squishy should have this one off the side.
Beautiful shot there, Magic Bears. We got things kicked off. Justin, though, quick shot there. And NRG Oh, I was going to say they're going to get that pressure early, but a big whiff from Squishy, and Optic will take possession here of this ball. AJ trying to slow down Garrett G, but Garrett G pushes right through him. Magic Bear last back here, has to buy some time. Garrett looking for a bump on him, but also is going to get that ball away from Reynolds. Doesn't want Optic to have too much of control here at all, but here he goes. We're picking up where we left off. Optic stuck in the back end.
AJ downfield, netward, and met by Garrett G. Loose ball for Justin with Squishy running forward after one demo, looking for another. And Justin
he got a piece
couldn't
of that.
put one on target, but boy, he's still involved in the play. Again, he's just everywhere right now for NRG. It just feels like one of those days, Daz, where Justin wants it more.
You can see it. I mean, again, being very proactive around the play. And it has shown. But there's still a lot of game left, and this game is still tied up. We haven't seen too much going on when Optic are in that orange half. And I'm sure even the frustration starts to settle in on them as well. But they have to remain consistent here in this particular matchup. They let go. You see Garrett able to jump on that ball so quickly. NRG are looking for that mistake from Optic Gaming.
Oh, Reynolds, huge demolition to take out Squishy. That might set NRG back defensively a little bit. He's back in the play, though. This will ricochet around, and Justin might have been trying to outlet Squishy, but he had to take that himself, and AJ with a clean win over Garrett. Only Squishy to beat, and Squishy sure-handed at the back, as he usually is. This kicks back out, and Squishy got it away from Reynolds. Quick reflexes there as the ball kind of accidentally found him. And this will fall right to Magic Bear. Chance for him to create here. Reynolds waiting in behind for a rebound. None coming as Justin clears it away.
And you see Magic Bear, you know, he gets that flip reset, but still he has so much space that, I mean, they've been playing that reactionary game. Even he doesn't know what to do with the ball sometimes when he grabs it. He's trying to get that to set up his teammates, but NRG are just sitting there. They let him have control. They let him use up all his boost, and they say, okay, it's our turn to take the ball. Good speed there from AJ to get the save, and Optic will try to move downfield. Space for Reynolds. He can use it well, but Justin able to get the save in the box.
AJ kind of used to having to make up for some defensive miscues as he had an offensive miscue there. Magic Bear couldn't bail him out. It's Squishy indirect for Garrett G. Captain America makes it 1-0.
And this is really good. Squishy has no boost, but still went downfield. Took that boost, used it at the right time to get it past Reynolds. AJ was in a tough spot, had to dodge the demo. It's a free left side of the net for Garrett G, and he's not going to miss that shot.
2 minutes remain. NRG strikes first again for the second game in a row. One was all they needed in game two. AJ met by Justin. Well defended. AJ going after Squishy as well. Magic Bear's effort sent away by Garrett G. Everybody recovers now and resets for NRG. Magic Bear won't get to this as Justin had one last touch to send it all the way back to Reynolds. And Reynolds inviting Squishy in. Careful what you wish for. He's deleted off the field. Then right back in to challenge Justin, and that little nudge good enough to stop NRG for now.
AJ trying to get past Garrett. Garrett with a solid read of the ball gets demoed. Squishy won't be able to put a shot on. Justin gets a free look, and he scores! NRG back-to-back goals.
All the physical play, and they forgot one guy. That guy. 2-0 as he scores his third of the series.
A minute 20, and Justin himself has 6 shots this game.
Wants it more.
My goodness, what a performance. But this
AJ,
one,
what a
Bear,
setup!
Oh!
Look at this setup from AJ. Getting Magic Bear on the board. One last touch. Oh!
That pop from AJ is incredible, and it's the thing that throws Justin off. And good on Magic Bear to be there in time. Optic still have a fight here in this game, but they got to race against the clock. A minute 10 to go. Can they surge late? AJ trying to do it. AJ scores! Optic tie it up!
All of a sudden, the game turned on its head. Just like that. Reynolds making sure Justin's not there. Squishy couldn't recover in time. AJ's got his first goal of the series, and we're right back to square one in game 3.
You can see it there towards the end when the ball's going to the net. AJ had that lined up, went for the bump on Squishy as well. He just had every possible option NRG could think of covered, all in that fantastic play. What an effort from AJ late here, as Optic now have equalized, and this game just got a whole lot faster here in the final minute.
Feels like the 4th of July out there. Explosions all over the place.
Whoa.
And finally, AJ will try and settle things down. Bring one into the corner. Squishy's got that with just over 30 to go. Brand new game here. Magic Bear indirect in front, but Justin's right there. Nobody diving in for Optic, and that's kind of been the theme as well. You know, Magic Bear, that was kind of a rare point of aggression when he scored that goal, because Optic have been very pensive, and Squishy will score here after the backflip from Magic Bear. Just not able to fend off the entirety of NRG there.
Yeah, backflip for Magic Bear. Also only had 36 boost. Was stuck in no man's land. And man, that has to hurt.
Down to 15 seconds. Quickly ahead towards AJ. Optic trying to feed the hot hand. AJ jumps in. Reynolds was there as well. Not the best pass. 5 seconds left. That goes off to the corner. Last call now for Optic here in game 3. Reynolds running forward. Nudges Squishy out of the way. AJ, can he keep it in the air? He can. And that touches the corner. Magic Bear got to create here. And Justin swats it away. NRG take the lead in the series.
They do. And it's only because of that late mistake that you saw from Magic Bear. Besides that, I mean, Optic was poised, Stacks, to take that game. They had everything going for them. Again, especially you keep that eye locked in on AJ, because he was the biggest facilitator that entire game. 4 shots, 4 saves, the only assist, and of course, he got, again, the tying goal. What a surge there, but it just wasn't enough at the end of the day. They were playing much more faster, but of course, after that, again, like I said, I worry for Optic because of that goal that they let in, and this makes sense, taking a timeout right here.
Yeah, we see the philosophy differ from a lot of teams. You take the timeout at match point. Do you take it after loss number 2? I like the timeout after the second loss just to reset here. Try and stop the momentum before it gets too crazy, too out of hand. And they've got to find a way to slow down Justin, because I don't think they're going to stop him. Not the way he's playing right now, but they've got to find a way to at least match his energy, because he has been phenomenal in this series.
Yeah, definitely. So Justin, again, just putting on.
He's a literal tar. Of course he's popping off.
Okay. All right, dude. All right. But this is still such a good look, though. Of course, for if you're an NRG fan, just seeing Justin pop off, seeing him put on a lot of shot totals. Again, them breaking apart the Optic gaming defense has worked out well. But again, looking at the other side of things, it's not even just the fact that they let that game go, Stacks. It's how they let that game go. It's, again, that backflip for Magic Bear. You want to keep him locked in. You want to keep the rest of the team composed as well. That was a game they surged late. They had the momentum. Everybody's feeling good. They think it's winnable. And then that particular mistake happens. And that's really just one thing where you just have to sit there and just sit there and talk everything out. Take that extra minute to kind of reset. I think well, okay, you probably don't do that game 1, but for almost any other time of the series, like this kind of call makes sense here.
Yeah, and it's unfair too to put all of that on Magic Bear. It's a victim of circumstance, right? Because he had, by all accounts, a great game 3. Unfortunately, he had that one moment at the end that kind of washes away all of his offensive contributions. So now we go to game 4, Utopia, following the timeout. We'll see if Optic can turn things around. It'll be AJ against Squishy to kick things off here. And I think the big key now for Magic Bear in particular, mental reset. Cannot try to go and do too much. I think that's been kind of the Achilles heel of Optic as well, individually. Trying to do too much, trying to make up for way too much. Got to be better than the sum of your parts here in the RLCS. Squishy will just let the offense go by, but there's Reynolds at midfield. AJ nudging Squishy from behind, but there's no more pressure there. AJ shot sent away by Garrett. Magic Bear to keep that alive. And Justin, almost hit Squishy, but then almost found Reynolds as well. Optic a little more aggressive to start game 4.
Definitely so. They're coming out. But one of the things I noticed here is, again, that aerial threat isn't too present here from Optic besides AJ. Sure, everyone can get the ball upfield. Everyone knows how to get into the air. But the fact of AJ's mechanical display has just been something that the team has almost kind of relied on in a lot of their presses. They have everyone. You say talk about being greater than some of the parts. It's this full team effort here. I think once we see, again, Magic Bear and Reddles really come alive here. Reddles has been doing good on the shooting department, and as well as just being able to interrupt the pace of flow for NRG. But if everybody's on and they're locked in, you can start seeing more successful offensive drives come out for Optic.
NRG will turn this back from the corner. Reddles over Justin. Magic Bear there as well. I don't know what in the world happened there, but NRG looking to capitalize, and AJ will pop that away. Squishy couldn't get that ball down where he wanted. And Optic very lucky not to be down a goal early here in game 4.
Good idea from Reddles. Takes that off the ceiling, tries to go for the musty, but it's just matched there before he can have any time in the air. There's Justin, flip reset, Garrett G as a speed test against Reddles, and Reddles has a good 50 on that as well. Looks for the demo on Squishy. Squishy, though, take it to the skies. Won't be able to find an extra touch here. And NRG pushes back into that orange half. Justin trying to wrap around that, and Reddles does not let him get a piece of that ball at all.
AJ will sky one up with Magic Bear starting to press forward, but Reddles is already way, way forward. And again, maybe too far forward and too often. I think has been the biggest weakness for Optic. Garrett launches one to the backboard. AJ's got it cleanly away. There is Reddles on the outlet, trying to play table center this time, and Justin makes sure there's no second touch.
Yeah, very solid from Justin, too. That's not like a risky touch to go for, especially last back, but Justin has the read. Now he has a chance for a shot, but the shot's off target, and NRG will end up back passing. Will Justin try again? He's got the ball here, but does he have the boost? Only 23 as he's trying to set this up for Squishy. Squishy won't be able to make contact. Reddles has to fight for control of this ball to just kind of get this out of the end, and Optic may start an offensive drive, but it gets denied quickly.
Reynolds trying to set up Magic Bear unsuccessfully. Now it's AJ taking charge right at Justin. Reynolds coming in hoping Justin makes a misplay. And you might as well be waiting for a cold day and you know where. Here's Reynolds up to Magic Bear. Couldn't get the redirect down. And Garrett all the way out to AJ with Squishy waiting for that ball to drop. Good takeover by Magic Bear. Now Reynolds. He's one in front. He's got one demo, but again, nobody able to dive in with NRG all assembled on the back line. Now AJ will try. Flip reset, solo effort. Garrett makes the initial stop. There's Magic Bear and Optic in the lead.
Yeah, this one, again, AJ with 100 boosted space in the midfield. You can almost expect Optic to score at this point. He plays it low, though. Everybody from NRG was expecting AJ to try to do it all himself. He relies on Magic Bear, sets him up, and Magic Bear knocks it in.
3 out of the 5 goals in this series for Optic have come from Magic Bear. He has arrived here in the Fall Cup. AJ, double tap, bang, bang!
AJ again for Optic. This time, he can do it all himself. Pass one, Squishy gets caught up on the bar, and AJ says, well, you know what he says. Hand down, man down.
1:17 remains. And 2 quick goals out of Optic. We've seen both teams have games exactly like this, where they score a couple in a row and force the other side into a bit of a scramble. See if NRG answers back this time. Justin with Garrett by his side, but it's Squishy that has to chase this one down. He's got plenty of time to work with. Only AJ on the forecheck. It's Garrett, not quite fast enough to meet Magic Bear, and the clock dips down inside 50 seconds now as Optic tries to tie up the series.
And the way they're poised right now, Stacks, it looks likely. Garrett G does get that one. Squishy tries to get the follow-up, though, and AJ able to deny. Final 30 seconds in regulation, and Optic have slowed down NRG. You said it, you know, you need to slow down Justin. He only has 1 shot this game out of the 3 NRG have. And they have to go back to the drawing board at this point because Optic are running all over them in this game.
More time wasted by Optic as we dip down to 10 seconds. Opportunity for Garrett if he can get up there in time, but he can't. And Squishy unable to clear the runway either. The final seconds will tick away, and Optic did exactly what they needed to do. Come out of the timeout, slow down Justin, stop NRG in their tracks. We got a brand new series here, best of 3 in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, this is exactly what you wanted to see. And again, looking at Optic as a whole, everybody getting involved here on the plays. It just felt like, even for NRG, when they got those clears, that was so short-lived. They spent most of their time that game on the defensive end, and it just did not work out for them at all. Not being able to pressure Optic, and again, letting that man, AJ, roam free is always going to be a recipe for disaster. He's done it time and time again. And the timeout, like you said, proved to work well. This one, this is going to be quite the series here, Stacks.
Of course it is. Nothing separates Optic and NRG except a few points in the standings. That's all. NRG trying to close that gap, trying to climb their way in towards the top 5. Again, G2 idle after missing the top 8, so it's an opportunity for a lot of teams to make up a lot of ground here. That's a topic for another time. We go now to Wasteland. Game 5 to break a 2-all tie here in our first best of 7 of the day.
This Optic is playing as if someone lit a fire under him. And how long can that fire continue to burn? And for NRG, with a strong start for them, can they reclaim control of this series? Big time game 5 here as Garrett G starts us off with the first shot of the game.
AJ up ahead, deflected, and Magic Bear is right there. Magic Bear a lot more involved in the offense now, but again, all eyes have to be on AJ for NRG to try and slow him down. AJ's there again. Does NRG have an answer? Yes, Squishy took him out, and Justin makes the initial save. That ball goes well past Magic Bear. And AJ and Reddles have another unfortunate accident, and Justin scores.
Oh, the midfield bump here between AJ and Reynolds. You can even see it right there. Justin has a clear lane, no traffic to stop him, and he'll score that one. That was just a big mistake there from Optic Gaming.
I think some people have, and maybe rightly so, question, is there enough ball on the field to go around between Reynolds and AJ? And that time, they both got caught. Same place, same time. Here's AJ looking for more. It's Reynolds trying to interfere with Garrett. Couldn't do enough in the net. Now Squishy to take over. Garrett G will back out and let Squishy do what Squishy does. Pressure, pester Optic. Garrett will dance around Magic Bear. Got an opportunity here, denied by AJ. And does Justin have this read? He sure does. Well, he almost did.
Yeah.
It looked for a moment like he had that all sized up. I was like, yeah, well, it's Justin. It's what he does.
Very ambitious touch from Justin, that's for sure. Maybe a chance here. The quick play. Oh, he got a piece of it, but it was too high. Now Reynolds looking the other way. Squishy denies it, though. Gets there quickly before Reynolds can put the shot on. A quick counter chance here for Optic, but NRG gets back in time to deny.
That was a clever setup by AJ, dropping one down to Magic Bear, but now it's Justin. Play away from AJ. Kind of a wise move. Rather on either end of the field. Get the ball away from AJ as often as you can. Reynolds playing one forward. AJ there to challenge, and Garrett G made it look easy. Here goes Justin. Speaking of who you have to stop if you're Optic. They do this time with Magic Bear denying him. And can Magic Bear get a piece of Garrett G? He's chasing him to the back wall. He can't do anything with that once the ball gets there as Garrett G repels that away.
Yeah, I mean, for NRG, a lot of their earlier, style, they would just come in and, you would see those quick challenges from them. They'd be so quick to the ball, but Optic now going on that more demo-focused approach has made it so much tougher for NRG to be able to do that. That's not the best touch. AJ, that's a high ball. Garrett gets a piece of it. Magic Bear's read is off, and Optic have to retreat.
Reynolds has to bring this all the way back and take that corner boost with AJ working from the back line as well. He's got midfield, though. AJ looking to center, and Garrett G make sure it doesn't get there. And Magic Bear can't do a whole lot with this. He can keep possession, though. Still just under 2 minutes remaining. It's going to be an eternity for NRG to hold this lead. You gotta feel like the way this game is going, one might not be enough. AJ off the corner, roller right at Squishy. unfazed by it, and here we go. Squishy Muffins through the air, over one, and Reynolds with the save.
It's a double commit, though. AJ has to race there, looking for that infield pass to Reynolds. Reynolds puts the shot on, but Garrett G gets there in time. I think Garrett gets that boost, though.
Double demo.
Yeah, double demo on that play. And Magic Bear, even though he tried to take that ball, it will get sent back into the Optic end. They're trying to work on these counterattacks here, Stacks, but every time they think they've got it, NRG is always in the way.
Well, NRG making that very complicated for Optic at the back. Garrett G takes over. Optic going to be kind of kicking themselves. They had only one NRG player on the field for a brief moment and could not take advantage. AJ at Squishy and Justin. Garrett, last line of defense, makes the save, and he's around Magic Bear. Numbers potentially for NRG. Reynolds with the save right at the last possible moment.
What a stop there. Reynolds has to dodge the demo, and Garrett is lining up this 50 to go into the net. Reynolds really embodying the green wall there. Less than a minute, 30 seconds left here. NRG are trying to choke out Optic Gaming, and Optic are doing their best to break out of this hold. Big challenge here. AJ, though, gets the stop, but Optic, that momentum, that speed to move upfield is just not there. That's a big beat. Garrett with the shot, and it's past AJ. And NRG may have locked down this game 5.
Only 14 seconds, and yes, it could be the knockout blow here in game 5 to put that one out of reach. AJ, the last line of defense, did all he could. Now they've got to scramble with very little time remaining. Hey, even a second is enough time, as we learned during the Fall Open. Reynolds is not going to get to this. AJ out of the corner, had the angle, but Justin had it read as well. And that will do it for game 5. NRG, one win away from reaching the semifinals. What a turnaround it has been here in the fall split.
It has been. And this NRG team they just look different, Stacks. We've been watching them for the last, I'd say, 6 months. And there were so many conversations and questions. But this kind of gives the fans, I'd say, a fresh feeling, a familiar feeling of the NRG they used to know, so to speak. That being said, this series is not over by any stretch of the margin. It's close. NRG are a match point, but we're going to Neo Tokyo next, Stacks, and Optic Gaming is going to throw everything they got at them.
Absolutely, Neo Tokyo, where all the craziness happens here in North America. And you have to imagine Optic still has something up their sleeve, going to save their best for last with their back against the wall. No timeouts left. They already used that after game 3. They tied up the series with a 2-0 win in game 4. Now they've got to recover with just that minute. Neo Tokyo, brought to you by Bob's Ramen. Here we go. Can NRG move on to the semis, or will we have a date on Champions Field?
First chance there. Squishy trying to start things off hot here for NRG. Justin looking to get that back into the midfield, but Magic Bear there to slow things down. Optic, I mean, we saw what they looked like when we were in game 4. They know that what they need to do in order to shut down NRG. The question is, can they connect on some of those plays, some of those demos that they were looking for as well? It's been tough. NRG have been very adaptable. This game will tell all.
Oh, drop down here. Magic Bear is up to send this. Water falling down, but Justin's there. And then Reynolds and AJ, again, another double commit. As Reynolds has to scramble back. He didn't get the corner boost. He left that for AJ. At least they're on the same page in that aspect. But man, oh man. More often than not, we've seen Reynolds and AJ. Same place, same time, going for the same ball. You just wonder how that can happen so often. Reynolds shot there denied by Justin, barely. And now Garrett over top of the defense, and Magic Bear's got to have something, and he does around Garrett G.
Almost a chance there for NRG. Again, you see that those beats in the midfield. Biggest thing to look out for is, again, those midfield challenges, but as well as, I mean, seeing some of these players, how much boost they have when they're on the ball. Again, time and time again. We even saw it this game. AJ, when he had time, as this one, wait a second, gets through. Thought that could have been a scoring chance, but it will not be the case. A big win for Magic Bear, but he ends up giving it to Reynolds, and Reynolds puts that right in front of Justin's face, and NRG are back on defensive end.
Optic have looked completely out of sorts here defensively, but still have kept NRG off the scoreboard. Magic Bear with Reynolds ahead again, stealing boost. Magic Bear's shot is denied by Justin. Reynolds was trying to get in his way, and AJ will feather this out to the corner. Demolition on Garrett. That still leaves Squishy to play one in and buy Garrett time to get back in the play, which now he will be with Justin coming forward. Squishy's there as well, and it bounces right out for Garrett G, the captain, to take over. Justin denied by AJ, and Garrett's gonna bring this back to Squishy.
Back to Squishy. Squishy plays it off to the sidewall. You know Garrett G has 100 boost here. Magic Bear, though, solid 50 chance. Reynolds was looking to jump on it, but this time it'll be AJ that gets that cutoff. And again, shot opportunities haven't been too often here for Optic. They're sitting with 5. Magic Bear was so close to the back of the net. But again, NRG has been there to block them off on their closest of drives.
Squishy met by Reynolds. Magic Bear couldn't slow down Justin, but AJ can. Squishy trying to launch it right back in so NRG doesn't lose any forward momentum. What can AJ do? Indirect towards Reynolds, and Squishy again there to intercept. And with how heavily Optic commits, one of those wins could be the difference as Reynolds credited with the save, stopping Garrett G. This game could be 2-1 at least right now, if not for heroic saves on the goal line by both sides.
Yeah, I mean, the defense has been incredible, but so has the offense. Teams picking each other apart, but no one breaking on that defensive end. It's been a tight game 6 so far. We're approaching clutch time. 1:20 left on the clock. Who's gonna take this game?
If it's NRG, they've got a trip into the semifinals. Optic, Magic Bear, trying to do something. Can't get his 4th goal of the series. AJ, he can! His 3rd with 1:05 to go. AJ playing hero.
NRG see the threat, but there's just some players you just can't stop. And AJ gets past 2, right under the bar. Optic take the lead. 1:05 left here. They just gotta hold on.
Magic Bear in the vicinity of AJ. Set it up for Magic again, but no, Justin with the clear. And Squishy way downfield, and that's gonna force Optic to kind of keep that in the back of their minds. Reynolds got 1 demo. He'll back out. And it's AJ. Hard off the backboard, nobody diving in. You thought Optic was a little bit passive before. Now they're really going to be defensive, trying to milk the final 37 seconds off the clock. AJ, 1 save. Squishy feathering 1 in. Can he get this back on target? Set it up for Justin, and Magic Bear's there in his way. Inside 30 seconds now. NRG throwing the house at Optic. But OG, the green wall, standing tall as AJ pops it away.
Green wall forces through that desperate NRG play. And now NRG would have to go the length of the field unless Magic can end it here. Justin gets the save out. Squishy moving upfield, trying to see if he can get Garrett in the wing. Now it'll be Justin with 100 boosts and no time on the clock. Garrett goes up, does get a beat there. Ball too fast for him to read. Optic Gaming clear it, and we got a game 7 on our hands.
The team that has scored first has won every game. In this case, the only team to score, as we've got our 4th shutout of the series, both teams 2 apiece, 3 games overall, and yes, our first quarterfinal of the day. We finally get a game 7 in North America.
What a series it's been. We've seen adaptations, change of play styles, solo efforts becoming so successful. And it comes down to this moment, which again, for both these teams, just making top 4 so big. You've seen how these fall splits have happened before, especially in the year prior, but now it feels like in North America, especially, the competition is so much tougher. And even now, you could not tell me which team has the edge going into this game 7. We just gotta wait till we get on the field.
Every moment of every game has been critically important, whether the teams realize that or not. You go back and look at FURIA ending up as the 8th seed initially in this very event, getting stuck with NRG in the first round because maybe a missed shot here or a missed opportunity there. Everything comes down to this now. The spotlight shines on Champions Field for Optic Gaming and NRG. Again, lots of heavyweights here, battling for 3 very, very valuable points. Game 7 is underway.
Who will be able to handle this high-pressure moment as the journey to Rotterdam continues? Both these teams trying to stake their claim, but it's one game at a time, one series at a time. And Optic Gaming have fought back, and they've deserved their right here. At least in this series, Champions Field is the stage, and we have been taken off.
It's Magic Bear to guide this out to the corner away from Justin, who's been relatively quiet since the Optic timeout. Here goes Justin, trying to get around AJ. Good luck. Squishy now taking charge. Magic Bear's all over that attempt. Now Garrett, rudely met by AJ. Magic Bear and Reynolds had to kind of separate there as Squishy dropped one down for Garrett G, and he pushed it well wide. Can he bring it back in front? He can. And that's, again, kind of the new look NRG, a little more advanced tactically on offense, doing a little bit extra rather than just blindly throwing it at the net and hoping something good happens like Magic Bear does here, and Garrett's got the save.
Yeah, you saw Optic on that drive. They just said, we're going to sit back, let NRG throw what they got at us, and then we're going to hit them with a hard counter. The one from Magic Bear kind of lacked a little bit of firepower, and NRG was able to get a good save out. But this one, it's so tense. Each person waiting for their moment. Will it be AJ? Puts a shot on. Follow from Magic Bear. Blocked off. NRG. Wall on the defensive end. Garrett G already has 3 saves as we hit that 2-minute mark in Game 7.
Yeah, shots 5-0 in favor of Optic. And you know what? It's a pretty effective strategy. Reynolds off the corner. AJ's there, and so too is Garrett G. Had to guess, and he guessed right. But they're not out of the woods yet. Reynolds, leave it for Magic Bear. His shot denied by Justin.
What a save, though, from Garrett G. I don't know how he was able to guess where that ball was going to go, but he did. I thought that one was an Optic goal for sure. But we are still tied up here in Game 7 as both teams try to break the other's defense down.
Optic strategy has been made very clear throughout this series. Try and clear the runway in front and let Magic Bear and AJ work. AJ had that deflected away by Justin. Here's Reynolds forward again, trying to run interference, and he almost got squishy. Magic Bear now, denied by Garrett G, and Justin has that just out in front of AJ. Reynolds was looking for that corner boost. It's not there. Dan the shot just high. Garrett double denied by AJ. Both sides having to work extra now to keep the opposition at bay. Reynolds redirects, stopped by Squishy.
Justin with that quick clear forces 2 up from Optic. Again, past middle, AJ has been there time and time to stop it. And even though it's only 1 save, that one falls right in front of the goal line. Make it 2. It does feel like both teams have had equal amounts of opportunities here. Justin will get that clear out. NRG, I say that, they got 8 saves here in this Game 7. Optic have been throwing everything at them.
Optic have turned it up to 11 here. Now with 90 seconds left. Reynolds running forward, but it's Garrett G bringing it back the other way. And AJ made a mess of that, but he cleaned it up.
Reynolds is
simulated danger, Daz, only for entertainment purposes.
So close, but again, as time ticks down, these drives get a lot more tense. We've got a minute to go in Game 7. Who is gonna get that goal to end the series?
Reynolds had it go by. Couldn't get back to that corner boost. Squishy took it and then took Reynolds off the field. Optic has kind of made a mess of this, but Magic Bear, cool-handed at the back. Got by Squishy, so Garrett G's got a catch. What can he do with this? Wave dash to get forward, but he couldn't take that midfield boost. Reynolds did. And what can he do with that as Garrett continues to press forward? Magic Bear is downfield, and that will send NRG rushing back. with Squishy finding Reynolds in his grill. But it's Magic Bear throwing one ahead. I mean, both teams have had a player forward well ahead of the play. So often, you're just waiting for one demo to open things up, and it would be enough to put a team into the semifinals. It could be NRG here. It's Justin with 8 seconds left from the heavens, and then he has to back out of the play. And it looks like we are headed for overtime unless Justin has something up his sleeve. He's got it down for Garrett, and Reynolds is going to keep this up. Okay, Optic, chance here? No, we go to overtime in Game 7, our first Game 7 of North America. Why not?
Game 7 overtime. Everybody's shifting in their seats, trying to get comfortable because you got to be locked in for this moment. Optic have to be smart about how they move upfield. NRG have been trying to match their pace. They haven't had the offense we've seen from them all series. It's been a lot slower here from them. But AJ gets shut down before he can create too much damage. Magic Bear last back, and Justin is going to sail that. Squishy leaves it for him to go get boost. This is beyond tense here.
That one developing just a little too slowly for NRG, but now here comes Garrett G, and he bullies his way through. Garrett G has NRG in the semis.
Captain America strikes again! You see him get out of his chair! He forces that one through! And you said it, Stacks! NRG, move on! It was a close series with Optic Gaming, but it comes down to that superstar play from Garrett.
All right, Daz, tell me how you really feel. Oh, my goodness. And yeah, what a reaction out of Garrett G. You think he doesn't want this? My gosh. He adds his 3rd goal of the series. None bigger than that one right there. The nail in the coffin that finally ends this series and puts NRG into the semifinals. And it's got to feel like a long journey has, I don't want to say reached its conclusion. Look, it's a long season and there's still so much ahead, but look at Garrett G. That has been a long, long time coming as NRG moves to the semis.
They didn't see the camera. I did the same thing. Yeah,
you did.
You're right.
Well, we've got 3 more quarterfinals to go. That's just the appetizer. More RLCS North America Fall Cup coming your way right after this.
The day started off with a banger. Oh my goodness. Going to Game 7 overtime. The pop-off from Captain America himself. NRG's through to the semifinals. Optic Gaming will have to regain in the Invitational. Welcome back. I'm Wayfong, joined by Gibbs, joined by Stumpy, and James. How you feeling, man?
How am I feeling? I mean, I'm feeling pretty great as an NRG fan who's been supporting NRG since the very beginning. I remember even the last NA regional event when people were calling me a fraud because I said if Gen G and FURIA beat NRG, then that must mean they're a top 2 team. Well, look at where we're at. I feel vindicated, one, but also I just love the fact that NRG lived up to the expectations. They delivered this weekend, even through the closed qualifier where they only dropped a single game, through the main event, dropping a single series to FURIA, who has had their number, but this was another huge test. And this weekend, it's just been NRG passing tests with flying colors. I could not be happier.
It's been great. It's been great for them, just all over the place as well. They've been looking like they're having a more fun time. You see them on their cameras talking a bit more smiling, a lot more. I think just that atmosphere seems to be a little bit more improved, and that's going to come when you start getting these results as well. Going 3-1 in this Swiss, and like you said, James, losing only to FURIA, who went 3-0. Huge achievement for them. And getting top 4, massive. Love it.
It's absolutely huge for them because they were 9th in points and now they're 3rd or tied for 4th right now. So fantastic for Energy.
Look at that goal. Look at that man.
Incredible.
Let's bring him in. Let's talk to him. Garrett G on the broadcast with us. Sir, congratulations on a series well fought. Do those overtime, the Game 7 overtimes get easier as the years have gone on, or is it still intense every time?
No, they get with my old age. They're making my blood pressure go up too much, so I think they're getting harder, to be honest.
So Energy, there is no question. There's been a lot of doubters for the past 4 to 5 months. Does that affect the team at all, or do you guys just try and buckle down and not read Reddit and not read Twitter, or does it affect you guys?
I can't really speak for my teammates, but for me, it did for a while, and it was kind of surprising, like how fast everyone bound together to root against us and farm Twitter impressions. Everyone in community, all the casters. But now I don't really care. Like because I don't really read it. Like I haven't been on the Esports Reddit since like March. Like because it made me just so it's like it's easy to say to a pro like I mean they're not pro. It doesn't matter. But when you see other people who are also like passionate about RocketLeague just completely hating on you as soon as things go wrong, it's like it's pretty hard to not let it annoy you a little bit. But I honestly just don't read anything anymore. I have my notifications off on Twitter. I don't open the Esports Reddit. I haven't even been doing like content recently just because honestly like the community kind of feedback has made me just not want to just being completely honest, mess with the community that much at all. But yeah, it does affect me, so that's why I have to not read it at all.
It is remarkable how much, specifically NRG, you guys are a team with so much history. You've been around since the very beginning, Garrett. You've been to every single RLCS World Championship. You just recently played your 300th career RLCS match. You have been here a long time in this community. I mean, everyone knows about you guys. The eyes are on you, and that comes with so much pressure. So, I can understand why you didn't want to look outside, but even internally, you guys must have felt so much pressure to perform, especially everyone having a world championship title on your team. With this top 4 result, how much of that pressure that you guys have put on yourselves that you're feeling externally, how much of that is relieved now? And, how much do you still feel remains on your shoulders?
I think it relieves a lot of pressure because it kind of, I don't know if vindicates the right word, but it kind of vindicates myself in my mind that like, I don't just, for a while, I thought like, I just don't know how to play the game anymore. Like I don't understand the meta. Like I don't know what to change. I play more just as much as everyone else and I just can't do the things other people are doing. But I think I was overthinking. I think the way we've always been playing, just with some minor like tweaks and adjustments has been what's best for us all along. And I think that kind of justifies how we're feeling, that we're not washed. Like people talk about age a lot, but it has to do with how much you play. And we all still are addicted to the game and play so much. So it's nice. And it's nice to prove everyone wrong, even if the run hasn't been like, we're not knocking off top 3 team. Well, I guess Genji's second, so kind of.
Yeah.
But it feels nice. It feels I guess it makes my motivation rekindled. I guess it feels pretty good.
I mean, you guys also, you came into this season having Sis being your coach and manager, and then that obviously changed to come into this second regional event. What was the thought process behind obviously not changing the roster to come into this season, and then not changing the coach to then changing out, getting Epic Johnny in? What's that transition been like, and why was that decision made just after the first regional happened?
I mean, I think a change was needed. Out of respect, I'm not gonna like compare and contrast Sis and Epic Johnny. All I'll say though is that like Epic Johnny's a really smart player. He's been on the bubble for a while. He watches a lot of Rocket League, and I think he is good at like communicating what he thinks, and he's a pretty smart guy. But I'm not really gonna compare the two. I still love Sis. I still think he was a great coach. I think it's just very obvious that a change was needed. In terms of like leadership, like I think I had kind of fallen out of the role of like a leader, to be honest, just over the countless losses. I think I kind of lost that motivation to be like, which is I'm kind of ragging on myself, but like, I think we were in need of a leader, and I think Johnny's stepping into that role well, but, I'm not gonna compare it to. Sis is still a great coach, and I love the guy, one of my best friends. And I appreciate him, of course, over the past 3 years. I can't believe we're on the team for 3 years, to be honest. I like when he tweeted that, I was like shocked. Like I felt like I blinked. I was 16 and I'm 21, still playing the game. But anyways, yeah, Epic Johnny's a great coach, and I'm happy to have him on the team.
Well, Garrett, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. And congratulations again on the victory in the quarterfinals. Good luck in the semis.
Thank you.
All right, so 1 quarterfinal down, 3 to go here. We see NRG in 7 games defeating Optic Gaming. We got 3 more matches here. We'll see FaZe and Gen.G and Space Station Complexity a little bit later on. Right now is going to be all about FURIA versus Version1. This is the one match when we were talking earlier. Everybody kind of went with FURIA on this one, Gibbs, despite how strong Version1 has been maintaining themselves throughout the season.
Yeah, we always talk about Version1, and it has to rely on Beast Mode on the offensive side, but his offensive numbers so far throughout this tournament are not that great, but V1 is number 2 in offense right now, and a lot of that has to do when they played Optic. It's not even when they played the lower-end teams. They dominated Optic, scoring, I think it was like 4.5 goals per game, so Version1 has found some offense, and that is what they desperately need, because there are times on the broadcast that we see them fall flat versus G2 when they can't get on the offensive side. When you're playing against FURIA, who is a high offensive team, you need to be on the offensive side a lot, so Calm can then go for his demos. Beast Mode will have some space, but when V1 has to turtle, they look terrible at times. So that's going to be the main driving force here. V1 needs offensive pressure to get things done.
Yeah, I mean, for FURIA here, is there an X factor? I feel like this is a team that we all rate very highly, and the performance we saw for them yesterday just bolsters that opinion.
I mean, they're finally starting to get the respect that Jorby's been trying to force out of everybody, and as have the team, because they are one of the best teams in North America. They proved that ever since their performance back at Game 8 when they managed to take that one. And they did a great job yesterday. They went 3-1 versus NRG. They 3-0'd Dignitas, and then they got that 3-2 versus G2, who then didn't end up making it, very unfortunately for them. FURIA, I think they've just now got that scary factor. If we remember back to BDS in Europe and remember back to G2 and NRG when they had their big like moments, they had those scary factors, and that plays into the mental so much. I think FURIA are really starting to get there.
They're intimidating on the field. They're intimidating off the field with the energy they bring as well. And I'm curious how intimidated chat is. Let's get to the Verizon fan vote and see which way they're going on this one. Hashtag FUR, hashtag V1, depending on how you're feeling. So I'm going to start with you. We'll go down the line. Predictions, V1 or FURIA?
I mean, FURIA went, as I said, 3-0 yesterday, and V1, although Gibbs said that they dominated Optic, they went to 5, and then they just about scraped through a couple of teams that realistically they should just be beating outright. I think it's FURIA for me, relatively handily, like a 70-30.
James?
You know, this is an interesting matchup to me. I think FURIA is a team that has a lot of parallels to NRG and being a fast team that likes to play the aerial game. I think Version1, though, they have such a good demo and aggressive play style that it is going to be good against FURIA. They're going to have to target Card, though, who has been an unstoppable presence on the goal line. He just blocks everything. But then you have Yan also going for the double taps, the flip resets. You saw that play that he hit on the top 3. That was against NRG. So I think if Version1 can play the body on Card and play the body on Yan, they're going to get the win here. I think that's what they're going to do. So put me down for Version1.
So this one's huge because when we look at the point standings, both these teams tied for 5th right now, 1 point behind G2 and NRG. So one of these teams will leapfrog into that 4th place spot, which is absolutely huge because, again, when we go into Regional 3, there's going to be 4 teams that tie for 5th again. So they might not need to play any tiebreakers or any of that. So absolutely huge series here, but I have to go FURIA. I feel like they have looked better more times than not. V1, it feels like when they're on stream that they look flat, and then when they're off stream, they've been playing better. But I've been focusing on those on-stream matches, obviously. So I need to see more out of V1. So right now I have to go FURIA for that reason.
I think I'm also going to go with FURIA on this one. We've seen just such a strength from the roster. I think everything you guys have all said why FURIA is so strong here, but Version1 is absolutely a team we should not be sleeping on at all. Such a strong roster. They absolutely could play upset here. Don't disagree at all with James's pick there. Let's see what chat was feeling like on this one. Seen a lot of FUR in chat, and they're good. The FURIA boys have earned some fans here. Gotta love it. You're pretty close there. Good job. So I'm proud of you. Good job. All right, well, let's get down to the Verizon Skybox. We got Dazarin and Stax still standing there for the call. Version1 going up against FURIA. Can one of them play upset? Who's going to face off against NRG in the semifinals? Let's find out now.
Well, Daz, these 2 teams are going to have one tall order trying to top what we just saw between NRG and Optic. But we start over here on Manfield Night, another very point-worthy match in the race for Rotterdam.
Yeah, that being said, though, I'm expecting a lot out of both of these teams. Version1 trying to get back to, I'd say, being a team that we saw at the World Championship, finishing into that top 8 spot, improving off of that. Meanwhile, FURIA have been surging, again, trying to prove that the move to North America was the right choice. And a top 4 finish from them would also help here as well. So a lot to play for. This is going to be a very physical and very aerial battle between these 2.
And probably very high scoring. This is the 2nd and 3rd highest scoring offenses in the North American Fall Cup. And it's Calm getting the opening goal for V1.
Look at this, Calm just sneaking in. Sees Torment. It's a great touch from Torment to get past 2 there. And all Calm has to do is do a good 50. Torment, though, with the heavy lifting, sets up Calm for that goal.
It took just over 30 seconds of pressure. And it's V1 first. Here goes Torment. A lot of space until he finds Yan in his face. And now Card with Kaio waiting for a play, and Calm should have this. But Kaio there to challenge, and I think you're going to see something very, very different from what we saw in the previous series, Daz, because both these teams, they will play hyper-aggressive, and I mean, I don't think they really get worried if they concede a goal. Their goal is to just outscore the opposition rather than try and keep them off the board.
Exactly. Again, applying that pressure. Getting physical, playing those 50s up in front is going to be huge here. But you got to stop that man as well, too. I mean, eyes are going to be on beast mode, of course. And on the other side of FURIA, you're going to see Yan. But the Desk made a good point. Card has been stepping up as well for FURIA. He's been helping out in a lot of situations, just leveling up on that mechanic front. What will V1 do in order to combat that?
Calm with Card shadowing him deep into the corner. It's all the way out to beast mode. Been mostly Version1 so far, but here's Yan. Boy, he's an equalizer. He doesn't have one this time. Kaio, good challenge, but there is Calm again. Around Card, right at Yan. And Kaio away from Torment, trying to throw off V1. And again, it's just been a steady dose of offense out of Version1, who I think after the Fall Open felt like they kind of left some opportunities on the table, and they certainly left some valuable RLCS points on the board, and they're looking to rectify that here in the Cup.
Both teams trying to push it to that next step. again, that race for Rotterdam is going to continue on as the weekend does. And we've seen both these teams on the international stage. We know that they have their own claims to stake there, but it is about these head-to-head matchups that make a big difference. FURIA have been trying to get into the offensive front, but the demos from version 1 have been so important in shutting down that offense. Com has been a menace this game.
We're kind of starting to see maybe the old school Com, who I don't know if he necessarily struck fear into the hearts of opponents, but he certainly made them look over their shoulder constantly as Beast Mode throws one forward. Card's got control to the backboard. Only gives you an extra aspect of the game to worry about when you've got Com hunting for demos. He's got one there on Kaio. Oh, and just cycling through. Everybody's got to jump so early. Nobody home. Beast Mode makes it 2-0.
This is all, I mean, it's again, Com here. He gets the bump on Card, messing up the aerial. He already got the demo on Kyle. Yan's last back, and it's just a free look for Beast Mode. Plays it right over the FURIA superstar. And V1 now, a 2-goal lead. I mean, Com's been involved of all of these plays, and like I said, he's been a big proponent in slowing down FURIA in this match opener.
Kaio shot here, denied by Torment right on the goal line. Com with that, with his first goal, by the way, goes ahead of Torment for the team lead in goals in this tournament. They're both sitting on 17 apiece. All three players have double digits now, with Beast Mode scoring his 13th. Nobody has more than 9 for FURIA. Beast Mode through the air, and Yan is right there. Of course, FURIA only playing 3 rounds of Swiss. Version 1 having to go the distance. They survived that Swiss chaos. Yan, open net. Finally, the way is clear, and Yan scores.
The last goal, Beast Mode went over Yan. This goal, Yan goes under Beast Mode, baits them out for that high play, and the net is wide open. Yan's not taking that 50 at all. He sees that lane, and he's going to slot it in less than a minute, and a 1-goal difference here between FURIA and V1.
We've seen goals scored in bunches today. Not this time. Beast Mode coming to the rescue. Com was there as well. Yan sails one high. There's another demolition. Now FURIA giving version 1 a dose of their own medicine, as Yan indirect back towards the net, and Torment not bothered by it at all. Kaio's got to slow things down, and Com not willing to afford him that time and space. Yan after the demo by Card, met by Beast Mode as we go inside 30.
Still a chance here. Kaio launches a double. No, Com is able to clear that out. And yeah, going back, looking for boost, but he has to get through this V1 team that can make defensive stands. This ball played out. Beast Mode, a beautiful cut there. FURIA is still trying to find a way out. Yan, not the best touch, gives it to Kaio. Does get that mid boost. Beast Mode trying to stop the play. Yan comes in to get involved. Card able to play this high. Beast Mode will let it hit the ground, and V1 take game 1.
Just another 1-goal game in North America. The field is that tight as V1 holds off FURIA. They get those early goals out of Com and Beast Mode. And how about, I mean, Com made it very clear what V1's intentions were from the very beginning. They're going to be hard-nosed, physical, always in your face, always giving you something extra to think about while you're trying to clear the ball away and figure out where the ball is headed after that. And you still got Com bullying everybody around. FURIA now know what they have in store for them over the next potentially 6 games.
Exactly, and now it's going to be up to FURIA to be able to make those adjustments, because at V1, they're going to keep trying to break down that defense, and if Com is able to get as successful as he has been on the demo game, because it has been kind of a race there between the two in matching those demo totals, Com has just been faster and more efficient up the field, and FURIA are going to have to adapt to that, otherwise it could get out of hand.
Beast Mode will collect this and give Com all the time he needs to get set up. Kaio was just waiting for him to come to ground before blowing him up. And Yan all the way across. Torment waiting for him, and this goes where nobody's waiting. And Beast Mode's got a full tank of boost to try and play this away from Kaio. Instead, it's Com. And Yan right at Kaio as teams kind of play tic-tac-toe all over the field. Kaio's shot sent away by Beast Mode, and we're off and running on Aquadome.
Ooh, good pinch there from Beast Mode to gain some space. Tried to get that read on that back wall touch. And look, Calm, Beast Mode both going for the ball here. Torment last bag, but not really much needed for him to be able to buy time because FURIA is slow to get on that counter. There wasn't really a counter in general, but oh, here comes Beast Mode trying to get it through! The Beast punches through FURIA!
Beast Mode really is that guy around Yan and then through Card. Version 1 scores first again. What more does Beast Mode have up his sleeve? This ball around the corner, and I wonder just when we'll see the floodgates open here for FURIA. Kaio got this one through, and how did that stay out? What? Are you kidding me?
Beast Mode gets back in time. That was absolutely unbelievable. In order for him to be able to make that stop.
What in the world is happening here? Okay, Version 1. They look so brilliant in one instance, suspect in the next, but they've still got a 1-0 lead. But man, remember that save by Beast Mode in the story of not just this series, but this whole tournament and maybe the fall split. Yan trying to go through Calm, not happening. And Torment has Beast Mode on the outlet. 2 minutes gone by nearly. Beast Mode looking for another, and this time Card's in the way.
Yan trying to force that through. Does find the read. Follow up, Kaio. Oh no, it's off the crossbar. Card will look for the follow-up to keep this one in play. But FURIA have to get back soon. You can see V1 on the push, but they're slowing things down here a little bit.
FURIA, their story so far of this entire fall split has been missed opportunities. Coming oh so close. Card just got a piece of that. Calm could not, and then Card shuts down Torment's rebound effort as Beast Mode drilling through to the corner. Calm now against Card. That's a good clear, but not out of harm's way just yet. Finally, at least able to breach midfield. Card and Kaio working in tandem, and another off the crossbar.
Oh my goodness.
Again and again and again. Unbelievable.
The crossbar's got more saves than Version 1 this game. FURIA, the net was just an inch higher. They'd be up 3-1 by now. But that is not the case. Yan will try to play it low, but hits it straight into Calm. Ball will be cleared in midfield, and FURIA cannot buy a goal so far in game 2.
FURIA would be the best team in the world if the net was a couple pixels wider. Here's Beast Mode. Right at Yan, and he's through. Calm and Beast Mode. All the boost in the world. And it's Card to send one away. FURIA's got to be very, very careful now with V1 trying to starve them out. That one spawns, fortunately, for Card to take, and Kaio's shot is denied by Calm. Beast Mode crisscrossing there as well, but not a fatal double commit by any standards. That goes from Kaio right out to Beast Mode, and Yan forced to make a save. Yan has been forced to play at the back for so long as he gets tied up there with Beast Mode. And Calm's going to have all day to play this out, and he kind of let that one get away.
And look at that, Beast Mode. I mean, I feel like you talked about it, right? They get tied up. Beast Mode is keeping an extra eye on Yan. You saw it getting that midfield play. Beast Mode is going to go in. He goes for that fake challenge there, forcing Yan to go to a tough spot, playing the ball off the ceiling. That's very uncomfortable for Yan. And that's the whole point, is to be able to make him uncomfortable, not let him get too much space on the ball.
Torment met by Card, trying to double that down the field. 30 seconds remain. A game that felt like it's gone by in the flash. Yan got the flip reset, but he also got Beast Mode in his way. Calm and Beast Mode, though, both going for that same corner boost. Could be trouble, though Kaio pinched one across a little too strong, and Card could not catch up. Now it's Yan who has that go by him. Kaio knocked out of the way by Calm, and Card had to go through Calm just to get a touch, and it doesn't matter. Yan just watches this go in like a center fielder watching Aaron Judge send another 1 yard.
And look at that, again, Calm, and so has the rest of Version 1 just been annoying for FURIA, constantly in their way, constantly just making things just so awkward for them. Beast Mode picks the pockets of the defense. 2 goals for him this game. He may be looking for a third. He tried to line it up, but this one will end up hitting the ground. And Version 1, back-to-back games for them.
I'm thinking a timeout has to be coming out from FURIA. They've got to figure out how to slow down Version 1. I mean, we were talking about this with Optic and trying to slow down Justin in the previous series. And indeed, Kaio has requested a timeout for FURIA. And not a moment too soon, I would say, Daz, because this is clearly not what FURIA expected out of Version 1. A very physical presence, but also FURIA, the frustration has to be mounting, right? I mean, you know, these are all professionals. They are sturdy mentally like a rock, but they've had so many shots that on any other day, Daz, would be in the net. And now they've just been left with 1 goal through 2 games.
Yeah, they had a lot of shots, and V1 did a good job of getting those saves naturally, right? This team definitely can lock down on defense. They sat there with 8 saves that game. But the other issue is when FURIA had some more open nets than others, their shots were just straight off the crossbar. And that was the biggest thing for them. I mean, when you have so many unsuccessful drives, that could also start to kind of get into your head there as well. And you can see them, again, just taking some time to talk things over, because this is going to be a big game 3 here. V1 has, they just have everything kind of figured out here for FURIA. And this is a team that constantly communicates, constantly is trying to figure out how to bring themselves to the next level. They're even taking this time out to talk things over to make sure that everything works for them.
Version 1, as we have loaded into our 3rd map. Of course, we're waiting for the timeout to play itself out. V1 all ready to jump in, like, all right, let's go. What's this timeout business? They've got to wait just a little while longer, give FURIA this extra 60 seconds or so to regroup. And I mean, there's not a whole lot of talking going on there. There's maybe a lot of reflection on this FURIA squad as they, again, try to solve the puzzle that is that man right there. Beast Mode, kind of the silent assassin who's got 3 of Version 1's 4 goals. Bro? I know, it's just incredible. I mean, how much of a difference has he made, right? He's scored 3. He's made 2 or 3 incredible saves. I mean, he's probably been about a 7-goal difference in this series, it feels like.
Yeah, he has. I mean, especially in that game, too. It was all Beast Mode all the time. And that is not to take away from Calm and Torment, because they had a hand here. And I think that's something that we even ended up talking about before going into today when we looked at the matchup stacks, was that V1, whenever the pressure is not on Beast Mode to perform and the team is working cohesively as a unit, that's when he actually plays the best, because he doesn't feel like he needs to have these flashy style plays in order to score. But here he goes again, almost able to find that read. Yan is able to get that stop.
We'll see if FURIA's fortunes have changed at all now with the ball right at center field. And it's Yan chasing this down. Beast Mode just a little bit quicker. That's kind of been the theme here, too. We've seen Yan beaten to a lot of these challenges, uncharacteristically so. Torment, his whole day to play this ball, and he'll just be in Yan's way. We haven't said Torment's name a whole lot. He came in with 17 goals to tie for the team lead with Calm in this event. Kaio chasing down Calm, and finally Yan will score. This time the net not too thin for FURIA.
I mean, yeah, you get that double commit. It's a great chance for Kaio, follows it up. And Calm just stuck in no man's land. Lower left corner for Yan on the placement. FURIA able to strike first as they come off the timeout, getting a little bit successful in their offensive drives.
FURIA's got its first lead, and they expand on it. Beast Mode sends Kaio out of the zone. They have to kind of disperse. Kaio fielding that one from Calm and doing well to get around Calm and Torment. Again, he's got Card to his right. This will come out of the corner for Card. Can he do anything with Kaio? Calm's trying to chase Kaio away, and Beast Mode's got to boost down to this. He just got a piece, and it's enough to force that off the post.
Still Kaio staying on top of the ball. They don't want to give up this offensive pressure. Beast Mode will take it. Sticks to the skies. Yan, clear. Makes an early challenge. And it feels like both of them understand their assignment for this particular game is Beast Mode.
Oh my God, he did it again.
Save.
That is unreal. Beast Mode's on another level right now, and that should be terrifying for everybody, not the least of which, potentially their semifinal opponents in NRG tomorrow. Yan will have this in the corner. Got Kaio ahead, and the shot right down the middle, and who else but Beast Mode to make the save again.
Strong clear. What a read. Oh my goodness. Card hit that with a lot of speed. Beast Mode. They unleashed the beast, that's for sure. I'm saying that, and right now Version1 are still down in this game. We're halfway through, and FURIA have been able to maintain their lead, but the way V1 are starting to ramp up, you wonder if that's going to change.
Calm again trying to chase down Kaio way ahead of the play as it comes back into the V1 half of the field. And it's Calm who kind of changed it up just a little bit to get around Yan. Torment chasing Card, he got him. Beast Mode's got to collect this, but he won't have any kind of a shot, at least not immediately. Won't put anything out of his reach at this point, though. As Card will have one away. It's Yan. Hard to the backboard and couldn't get the second touch, and back to the FURIA half it goes. And Torment trying to pester Card. Give it away, and Yan makes the save. Beast Mode-esque to keep FURIA in front.
Version1 fighting here. They're looking for a way past FURIA, and they've been very methodical on the drives. Torment flip reset past one. Card. Actually, Beast Mode got a piece of that, so Card has to pick this up again. Gonna leave it for Yan and keep the corner boost. Yan over the midfield, but Kaio has to chase this one down. Beast Mode dodging the demo. Able to get that ball back into the midfield. It's been a fight for possession here in game 3. FURIA trying to extend their lead. V1 looking for that shot opportunity to get through, but they got to stop this play. 50 on the goal line. Torment able to clean it up.
Beast Mode again, the initial stop. Everything he touches turns to gold. Beast Mode indirect, Calm racing forward. He won't get there in time as Card forces that to the corner, but another demolition from Calm. And Card out to the wing where Kaio has all day to boom it away, and everybody can reset now for FURIA. It's Beast Mode, leaving that for Torment. Loose in front, Beast Mode there just ahead of Yan, denying what would have been a wide open opportunity. Kaio now wasting time trying to get by Torment. Card shot, saved by Beast Mode, and more importantly, not in a scoring position for Yan on the rebound.
Beast Mode with that clear out. V1, even though they've been ramping up, they haven't set up too many goal-scoring opportunities. They still only have one shot this game, despite how fast they've been playing. 20 seconds left, and they got to change that soon. Otherwise, FURIA gonna get this game 3, and they are keeping this ball in the blue half as long as possible.
Calm to set up Beast Mode, and Yan's in the way. Final 8 seconds. It's Torment. Needs a big one downfield. Beast Mode couldn't get the redirect. Yan will bring it to ground, and FURIA get one on the board.
FURIA get that game, and it was not easy. I'll say that much, but you look at the numbers here, and it does tell a bit of a story. Version1, even though they had that big battle there for midfield control, they weren't able to set up too many scoring chances. And FURIA, on the other hand, they continued to apply that pressure until the clock hit 0. Look at when they scored, 4 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. And even though after getting that goal, still remain composed, still remaining locked in, because they know they got a journey in order to get back in the series.
Yeah, they know they've got a long road ahead of them here, but that is as good as it could get probably for FURIA there. They finally exercise their crossbar and post demons, and they get one on the board, and they, more importantly, they didn't let Beast Mode just almost single-handedly win the game, which has got to be an even bigger dub for FURIA now. As we go now to Utopia, Game 4, chance to tie up the series now for the former Kings of South America. We're underway now at Utopia Coliseum.
Underway, Torment got the flip there, used it to get a dunk. V1, after so much success, especially in game 2, it was a quiet game 3 for them, and it might be the same here as Yan finds the back of the net.
He just comes in from out of nowhere. He catches the entire defense off guard. That touch from Calm, not nearly what he was looking for. And Yan right there running onto it. They scored in the first minute in the last game. 19 seconds in here. FURIA's on top. Version1 getting a renewed challenge from FURIA. Jan, second touch for Kaio. His shot's on, and Common Beast Mode almost joined at the hip there to make the save. Torment left on the ground. He's in no man's land as Jan comes through again.
He comes through like a superhero ready to save the day. Look how quick he is to the ball. Torment didn't stand a chance, and Khan could only try to rush back there. Yan has come alive here as FURIA are trying to tie this series up.
One of the more prolific defenders we've ever seen in the RLCS all time, and all he could do is just watch it. It's calm against Kaio. Version1 kind of wondering what's gone wrong all of a sudden. There's Beast Mode after Calm takes out Yan.
They've been, but they haven't broken, Stacks. Mistouch from Card. Demo on the play. 1-2 to Lou. And Beast Mode will put it in the back of the net. 4 minutes, 9 seconds left. We've gotten 3 goals in the first minute of this game. V1 said, we're not letting this one get out of hand just yet.
Well, this has been a first minute to remember. What are the other 4 going to have in store for us? Calm gets around Kaio. Did he get around Yan too? No, it's right there for Card. Yan is there, but not in the shot. And Torment will collect this and buy his teammates time to get set up. Beast Mode running forward. Calm waiting at the back. And I think Calm might have been expecting Beast Mode to jump in there. He's a little awkward right now for Version1 defensively at midfield, but one constant, they are going for demo after demo after demo. I think they realized that G2 had some success against FURIA during the Swiss when they did go heavy for demos, but Kaio almost lined up one there.
That one was very close. He was just off on the read there. But you're starting to see FURIA get a little bit more comfortable. They're using the air well, and those mechanics have gotten past Version1. V1 able to strike, but it's been a minute since we've seen a goal here, and things look very uncomfortable for them on the defensive end at the moment.
Calm given time and space to set up Beast Mode, and he almost fooled the entire defense, but FURIA up to the task, still holding a 1-goal lead. Jan trying to make it 2 again. This will fall towards Kaio, but Calm is there, and now Beast Mode takes over 1-on-1 with Card. And Card very proactive there to shut down the angles.
Back pass, no, deny. Beast Mode takes that one, gets a bump. Calm will try to fake that player, or just a little slow to it, and yeah, with the clear. Meanwhile, FURIA, they can't keep up the offensive pace. They're busy bumping to each other in the midfield boost. So Beast Mode will pick up this ball, gets a flick over one, and Yan will play it to the side. Card will put it back into the middle. Kaio will push that forward, and FURIA will try to regain that offensive possession. Here goes Yan again, lining up the double, but Torment knocks it away from him.
FURIA starting to match the physicality of Version1 as well, as Yan settling in at the back again. Kind of this theme we've seen with teams lately, where they kind of put their mechanical juggernaut at the back and just let him create from the back line because he's got a better view of the field, perhaps. As Beast Mode has 1 touch, but not a second to get around Kaio. And Calm trying to go underneath Yan. He's at least around him. Wave dash to go after Card. And Torment finally shut down by Kaio at the end.
V1 fighting and using that physicality to really try to throw FURIA off. Demos coming through, a lot more bumps than we've normally seen. Chance here for Torment. There's a demo! Top right corner, V1 explode!
Torment gets his first goal of the series with a big help from Calm. Yan had it all lined up. Everybody thought Yan had it, and all of a sudden he's not there. Calm also picks up his 3rd assist of the series, and at long last, we're all tied up here in Game 4.
What a demo play.
Long.
Oh, Kaio gets it back right off the kickoff. Version1 let their foot off the gas, and it comes down to this play. Pitch straight into Kaio, and Kaio puts it straight into the back of the net.
Calm was chasing Yan to that midfield boost, and he could not take him out of the play. As a result, ball ends up right in their net, and then, it's no way that bounces in! It looked like the reversal of fortune as this one goes off the post, and then somehow
Oh,
Divine
goodness.
intervention gives Calm a goal.
That's the right wording for that one, because that was the biggest clown fiesta I've ever seen in a goal line. But hey, if you're V1, you'll take it. Card trying to get that equalization. Flip reset from Card. King Card takes the lead for FURIA.
Remember when I said this would be a high-scoring series? Here we go. What the heck is defense? 4-3 now to FURIA with still a minute 2 to go. So that's probably enough time for what, 5 more goals here between these two? Good grief. Demo right after the kickoff as Kaio's taken out. Calm up to the heavens, and Torment right there couldn't take it away from Kaio. All right, things have settled down now. We've got about 10 seconds without a goal here as we round out game 4.
Chance though, V1 looking for a way through. Hard with the save out. Yeah, plays that in the open space. It's a good clear. Kaio though, another open net. Another goal for Kaio. The grand one increases FURIA's lead by 2.
Torment, I don't think he wanted that one to catch the ceiling, and Calm was waiting for it to come down, and Kaio over top of him. Press X to jump. 5-3. FURIA trying to tie up the series after a Wild West shootout here on Utopia.
The way this momentum has shifted is like...
What a pass!
Oh my goodness! It just keeps shifting back and forth. V1 now with the strike. You see Torment pass up front. Come straight to the middle. You said it. What a pass and what a goal. It's a 1-goal game. They are playing this down to the last second stacks.
Down to 27 seconds now as Calm picks up a playmaker. Over to Torment, looking for a 4th assist, but Kaio there for the save. Beast mode, a little too strong for Calm. Torment's there, and that goes harmlessly out to the corner. V1 had it all set up. They had the triangle in front, but it wasn't good enough as Beast mode can't hit Calm cleanly. Lob up there for Card, trying to burn away the final 3 seconds. This is bouncing perilously close to the net. Calm will at least keep possession. Beast mode, slowing it down. Oh, down to the ground, and that's it. FURIA wins as wild a game as you're going to see here in the Fall Cup.
My goodness, that game went every sort of direction. 9 goals. We saw 3 in the first minute. Absolutely electric performance, but you gotta think that too, this one, I mean, went so many different ways. Version 1 take a timeout here as, like we said, FURIA tie up the series. V1 have to be able to find a way to combat back, because even though that was an offensive masterclass, the defense was pretty non-existent this game.
I'm glad V1 called a timeout, because if they didn't, I was going to. Oh my gosh. And with that, both teams are out of timeouts. 4 games into this series. Version 1 takes the first 2, and then FURIA, the last 2. 1-0 and 5-4. Feast and famine. There were 6 goals between these two teams in the first 3 games, and then they combine for 9 in that game alone, as things have come alive now for FURIA. Version 1 unable to keep pace with them, and it's a different look now for those boys right there. This is not the walk in the park that they expected it might be after 2 games. And FURIA, I think that's Yan smiling. I think.
Well, I'm sure that they're definitely feeling good, right? Especially after coming out of, remember, they took the tactical timeout going into game 3. They went 2 back-to-back, and they were able to manage a game that was all over the place. I mean, you could, everybody was, they threw the whole house in the kitchen sink at them. And FURIA was able to weather the storm here. V1 now having to figure things out, talk things through, which is something that that team does very well. Taking this extra moment here is going to be, I think, very effective for them. As we take a look at the replay, I mean, goal after goal. Pick your highlight package. We have enough for almost a top 10.
Oh, I know, right? If we watched every single goal from that series, we'd extend the show by about half an hour. Here we go, though. Wasteland, game 5. The timeout has just about expired, and Version 1, FURIA, trying to follow up what was a brilliant opening series here in the top 8. Well, they are doing a fine job at that. 2 for V1 to start the series. FURIA roars back with a pair of their own. Let's break a 2-all tie now on Wasteland with Beast Mode trying to threaten Kaio. Off the backboard for Calm, but a little too close, and Kaio has it all the way. But Version1 trying to get back to their roots here at the start of the series. Trying to apply that pressure and not let FURIA breathe.
And this one comes down to it. There are so much going into these players. You see Beast Mode going in to take that one. Again, just that mental battle to try to figure out and break apart your opponent that is mechanical, that is fast, that is bringing the demos through. I said all that, you don't even know which team I'm talking about because both of them can do that.
I assume you're talking about NRG. Here goes Beast Mode. He kind of gave that one away to Yan. And the first minute goes by, and I gotta say, kind of a boring first minute. After we go 9 goals in the last game, we take a timeout, and the wind has completely come out of the sails here. Beast Mode trying to extend the highlight reel, and Yan's right there in his way.
Yan does pick up that mid boost, stays on top of the ball. Here's Kaio. Light touch, looking for Card in the midfield. The King and the Beast meet in the corner. The Beast Mode takes this ball and gets a big dunk win. And Card has to play it off his own back wall. Torment looking for a demo. Ow, he does take some boost out there, though, from the side of FURIA. And Calm, with that clear, puts it in open space. It definitely has been a quieter game here. Again, whoever wins this one puts the series on match point. Who's going to be able to make that stride? Kaio tried, was denied. Again, Version1 holding off on the defense.
Every touch so critically important now as this one goes all the way back to the FURIA half of the field. Both teams tied in the standings in the race for those 5 major spots at Rotterdam. Yan needs a second touch. He's not going to have it. His Torment will take that away, and Beast Mode will start the counterattack now for Version1. Again, we're going to be looking back at so many critical moments in this one series when we finally have our 5 teams in December. This is bounce out of the corner. Kaio's there, free reign, and Torment with the save.
Good save there. I was really curious to see whether Torment can make that recovery and get there in time, and he does. And Kaio, also the shooting has been on point. That was straight at the top left corner. I mean, when you put on 4 or 5 goals in a game, you know, that game 2 where it was crossbar central becomes a distant memory. As FURIA are looking for, again, the back of the V1 net. 2 minutes remaining in game 5, and no one has broken. 3 shots for both teams here as they have been matching each other pound for pound, fight for fight.
Oh, Kaio couldn't line up a second touch, but this gets around Beast Mode. Here's Yan again, and Torment spikes it away. Not out of the woods just yet, though. Beast Mode has to play around Kaio. Hard will slow it down. Yan thought about it and realized Beast Mode had him beat by a mile. So now Calm, backflip. It could be Torment's ball. Beast Mode got that demo on Yan, and that's where V1 had been successful before, taking him out of the play, but not able to press that advantage on that trip down the field. Yan will have one all the way across where Torment's waiting. And Card chases him down. Seeing FURIA being a little more hyper-aggressive again, and that has paid dividends in the later half of this series.
Approaching the final minute, and the stalemate continues to get tenser. Here's Beast Mode. Flip reset. No, he doesn't have it. Or if he does, he didn't use it. Torment plays it across. Calm slows down the ball, but not without being challenged. Beast Mode looking for that back wall. Yan will be able to get that save out. And the clear comes through. Kaio now pushing this into space. Card and Torment match there, but Torment with a clean challenge win.
Calm and Beast Mode both burning a little bit of boost to go after that. It was Beast Mode's all the way. So Calm got to reset with whatever little he can gather, and he does make the save with Yan dancing through the air. This is still dangerous in front, and Torment had to just pop it up. It's still dangerous.
Whoa.
Here comes Yan, double tap, and the lead.
There goes Yan. free reign. And this is something you never want to see, no matter who you are, if you're going up against FURIA. Free double, it's automatic. 14 seconds left. And FURIA could be turning this series around and putting them on match point.
Beast Mode had designs of sending that downfield and chasing it, and Card deleted him off the field. Kaio gave that one away. Opportunity, the window's open. Beast Mode, gotta bring it back central for Torment, and Card to the rescue. The king holding the throne, and FURIA has the lead.
What a turnaround here for FURIA. After going down 2 games in the series, they take a timeout and they bring it all the way back. 3 straight wins, even after Version1 took a timeout in game 4. They proved unsuccessful on offense. And we are loading up Neo Tokyo now. No timeouts, no room for effort. Which of these 2 teams is going to book their trip in to the semi-finals to play NRG? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Neo Tokyo awaits after a defensive masterclass from both sides, but then they let Yan run free one more time, and there's the pop-off. There's some emotion out of Yan, and once he gets going, I kind of remember we would talk about Arsenal the same way. Even a couple of years ago, when he's going, it just feels like there's an extra player on the field. And now Version1 has to deal with a confident Yan going into game 6 with the tournament life on the line.
Yeah, confident is definitely right. I think FURIA, especially like seeing how close that game was on the field, them coming out of that is going to do wonders for the momentum. Now they are in the driver's seat. We have the stage set. We have the players loaded into the lobby. The question is, as we have our second game 6 of the day, we ask once again, who is going to come out on top? Or will we see Champions Field once more?
Neo Tokyo, all the craziness that comes with it here in North America. We talked about it last series. What else do we have for an encore? What a touch to send this back to the FURIA half of the field. Version1, they've been frustrated now by FURIA. Yan couldn't get a double with Beast Mode in the way, and Calm makes sure Card doesn't have a rebound. That leaves Kaio all alone at the back, and Calm couldn't quite get a touch there as that bounced around deep in the corner. Teams maybe throwing some jabs out early on in this game to feel each other out, figure out where their minds are at. Do we have another shootout in the cards? I think if FURIA have their way, we absolutely do.
Ooh, a double commit from FURIA, though, coming up a little empty. And now Beast Mode will try to go the length of the field. Gets it past, and Card has to get a save off the post there. Yan will get it past Torment, and now has Card in the midfield, but will not be able to find him. Chances there as both teams send their superstars to lead the charge forward, but alas, the defense pulls through, and we're still 0-0.
Beast Mode sky one up, and Kaio will try and take charge with Torment challenging. Yan brings us over to the corner. FURIA being very patient offensively, though Calm has let that one go. And that's getting very awkward now for Version1. Normally much more staunch defensively. They have let a few opportunities slip for FURIA. As Kaio lob one ahead. And I think at this point, FURIA is content. Just throw the ball at the net, throw it at the backboard, and hope Version1 can kind of give you a free shot or make some kind of other mistake. And it's been effective enough for FURIA because Version1 have played into that.
Last time we saw FURIA on Neo Tokyo, it was against G2 in the Fall Open. And it was not pretty for FURIA. This time they're looking to change that narrative and get back into it. Also, this time they're in the lead of the series. So different form. And FURIA still looking to close it out, but this one has been a stalemate so far. Halfway through the game, no one has been able to get on the board. Chance here for V1, but this play is going to dissolve as Yan clears it to the corner. Beast Mode trying to keep it alive, though, goes off the ceiling. Didn't get the flip, but still has boost. The base strikes, and V1 V1 take the lead.
I was about to talk about version 1, maybe trying to do too much and make something out of nothing when it's just not there. That play should not have worked from Beast Mode. He creates that entirely from the side wall, going against his momentum, and finds a way to give version 1 their first lead in what's got to feel like forever. And they almost double the lead as Torment shot whistles just a little wide. Now Calm trying to go for the throat here, but not there. And Jan will slow it down for FURIA.
FURIA
Hard. Nothing there.
looking for a way through. You see Kyle playing that one into Calm, basically. And now FURIA have to play against the clock. And they've got to play against a V1 team that can hold off on a defensive stride. A double demo between Calm and Card. And a little bit of chaos in the midfield. Torment, though, will come out on top of it. Has enough boost. Wants to play this forward. Gets the dunk on the back wall. Beast mode. Going for the shot. And about posting in. And 2-goal lead for V1.
That is 7 goals in the series for Beast Mode. To give you an idea of how impressive that is, Card had 7 in the tournament coming into this series. He does have 1 to push him ahead there, but inside 90 seconds. Feels like about 20 minutes of gameplay since version 1 had a lead. Now they've got a 2-goal lead. Go back to game 2 when they were last in front. Jan with Card across the way. They are far from done here in game 6. The Card and Kyle both go screaming to the backboard, and a chance now for version 1 to press the advantage.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh!
I'm lost for words, but I'll try to find some. What the heck was that? Ceiling pitch right under the crossbar for Beast Mode. And when he's playing like that, you just can't stop him, Stacks. The man can create magic.
83 miles an hour. It was only that slow because it came from midfield. My goodness. Beast Mode has been awakened on Neo Tokyo. And it seems like just a formality that we play the final minute before another trip to Champions Field. We went the entire fall open without having a single game 7. And all of a sudden we're 2 for 2. Beast Mode. Why not add another? The Card is there to at least stop the bleeding. But with only 30 seconds left, it's little consolation at this point.
This is great for Beast Mode going into, and V1 as well going into this game 7. You want Beast Mode to be feeling super comfortable. He's got 9 shots this game, by the way. FURIA have 1. They have been shut down in game 6. And Beast Mode and the rest of V1 have had their way. Yan will try once more to get it through, and he will succeed. A consolation goal for FURIA as Champions Field's gonna get loaded up here soon.
So Beast Mode goes 3 goals on 9 shots. What a lackluster performance. Come on, you take 9 shots, you gotta score at least 6, right, Daz? Come on.
Okay.
What a performance out of this young phenom. Dragging version 1 back. Oh my gosh. Look at the numbers.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Absolutely crazy. Torment touched the ball 19 times that game. That we really witnessed the Beast Mode show.
We actually just saw Beast Mode go, hey, give me the ball and get out of the way. Oh, did he create or what? Well, as impressive as that was, that only counts for just 1, but it's the one they need to get to Champions Field.
Getting ready to get things loaded up here, and it does seem like, again, for FURIA, despite being on that 3-goal run, despite taking this series, putting it in the palm of their hands, and having a chance to close it out, they fell flat. And this is a familiar map, a familiar feeling for both V1 fans and FURIA fans alike. When Champions Field get loaded up, greatness is what comes from it. But which team will take the helm?
NRG waits in the semis for maybe FURIA as Kaio scores 9 seconds in.
The Gray One strikes when the team needs most. Pass out, beats Torment to the ball, and sets the tone for how this game's gonna go.
In win or go home games, FURIA 3-0. Obviously all in game 5s, with this being their first game 7 of the new season. V1 sitting at 2-2. Torment shot denied by Card. This will bounce back out towards Calm, and Jan falling into the net makes the save, and then Beast Mode hits the crossbar. Oh, it is a reversal of fortune.
He had everything lined up. V1 had the speed, they had the pressure, but that ball hitting the crossbar means that they gotta start over. Fortunately for them, they got plenty of time to, but for FURIA, they're thinking they're lucky stars that didn't go in.
Good read by Calm, but it ends up with Jan. Torment up to the ceiling to meet him, and that's off just over the bar. Here goes Calm. Version1 not gonna waste any time. You can imagine, it is gonna be full throttle. Jan over Torment. Calm all alone at the back, and he made the save.
Great defensive stop from Calm. FURIA so close and extending that lead, and they're hungry for it. Jan comes off the respawn, up on that one, testing Torment. He's playing the miss there, even though Torment's on the back wall. Kaio, a chance here, being able to try to push this through, but V1 set on defense. FURIA have a lot of work to do if they want to extend their lead.
Jan bringing it right back in, and just could not finesse his way around Calm. Beast Mode with him. It's Beast Mode to take over. Who else? Calm's got to bail out. He needs that midfield boost. He got it, but it doesn't matter. Jan got the demo. So all that for naught, and then Calm spawns right in. He at least got a piece of Kaio. That slowed him down maybe just enough for the rest of Version1 to get back and help out. Card still there. Jan, no second touch. And Torment in Kaio's way. But FURIA right now are all over Version1, and that demo certainly helps. It gets rid of Card. Kaio, he put the brakes on and let Beast Mode go by to avoid the demo. Brilliant.
Great work there to be able to stop that. V1 has such a strong push forward, and it gets denied after, again, weathering the storm, being so low in boost. FURIA was swarming the orange half, but now, again, halfway through game 7, FURIA up by 1, still trying to hold on. V1 keeps knocking at the door, but the FURIA, the fight in them won't let go.
Crossfield, Jan's there, just over Beast Mode, but he stayed with the play long enough. Kaio, Sky one up. Torment needs a second touch, and he just got there ahead of Card. FURIA not letting Version1 get comfortable at all. More possession. Calm does take this. Card kind of relented for just a moment. Now Beast Mode. Torment starting to creep up. Calm got the demo, nobody to help, and Beast Mode strikes again!
You gotta put a hand up if you see Beast Mode with 100 boost. He comes alive here, lines up the double. Kyle can only sit and watch as he does it all himself and drags V1 back into game 7.
Beast Mode now has more goals in this series than Card has in the tournament. 9 goals for B Mode. But it could still be all for naught if they give up another to FURIA. Coming up on 90 seconds as Kaio just got in the way. Calm needs one more touch, and Card will not afford him the effort. It's Jan. Without Kaio, he's got Card downfield, and Torment, realizing that Card could chase him down very aggressively on defense. Now Calm to Beast Mode. Oh, they just barely miss on the connection.
It's good though that Calm gets that extra touch. He puts it into the corner, and look, Calm up again to try to shut down Jan. The amount of both teams just being able to watch out for the individual matchups, the player performances. Card gets a good breakaway. Just again shows you how close this head-to-head matchup is.
Good luck picking a winner in any series today. It always comes down to this. We still got 2 more to go. Torment meets Card. Calm nudges Kaio out of the play, but there's Jan. Last boss. Beast Mode big clear with 40 to go. Overtime starting to become a real possibility here. Again on Champions Field. Calm trying to go underneath Jan, and Jan able to catch up to it. Now 30 seconds. Calm to the wing, and Kaio sends it away from Torment.
Good double from Khan. V1 not really expecting that one, but a great challenge as well from Torment. Chance here, and FURIA can gain control. Beast Mode going for the bump. Got the bump, and V1 get the goal. They score late in Game 7.
Beast Mode had Card in his sights. He hadn't always got him in this game, but he got him when it mattered most. 15 seconds. Has Version1 pulled it off?
Over yet. It's not over yet.
It's not over. Jan couldn't bring it front. That is loose. Kaio coming in, and Beast Mode threads the needle. 5 seconds remain. Beast Mode to put it away once and for all. Gotta bring it to ground, and Calm does. Version1, a huge come from behind victory.
Unbelievable from V1. My goodness, the team. Ice in the veins. Again, they start off hot. FURIA go on a 3-game run. They look to close out the series. Just so much pressure on V1. Beast Mode puts it all into his own hands. They were worried about whether or not if Beast Mode has to show up, could he do it? And my gosh, does he deliver. And V1 have a ticket now into the semifinals. Well done for both teams.
What a performance, yes, from both Version1 and FURIA. But 3 very valuable points going the way of Version1, separating them now from FURIA. But man, oh man, did they deliver a classic here in the Fall Cup. And for Version1, I think over the last about 15 minutes or so, we found out exactly what they're made of. And we'll likely hear from them on the other side of the break. We've got our second half of quarterfinals coming up. Space Station Complexity. You don't want to miss that one either.